All right. You see that I've moved all the peppers from where they were 3 days ago onto this metal container or metal frame. This frame was given to me by my next door neighbor and the wife. They've been very helpful to me. Sharon and Terry, they've been really, really nice. They gave this to me, and I moved all the peppers to it so that Kyei-Gyau will not be able to destroy any more peppers. You see that the peppers are doing really, really well. It's doing well. It's flowering now, and it's a mixture of hot chili peppers and then green peppers as well. I've got one tomato on there, and you see that it's really good for the plants. They can get direct sunlight on it as well. So the peppers are doing well. One piece of good news: Kyei-Gyau's grandmother has watched the previous video, and this afternoon she's bribed me, so I can confidently say that Kyei-Gyau is in my good books now because of the bribery that the grandmom gave me. So all those who were interested in Kyei-Gyau is now in my good books, unlike previously when I was really mad about him and about what he did and pissed off. He is now in my good books, just to clear that off. So I've gotten my bribe and I'm cool with Kyei-Gyau now. So that is that. All right, I harvested one cucumber this morning for my smoothie, and it was really good. So the one that was ripe on this one has been consumed already, and it was organic, fresh, lovely. And as I said earlier, all the tomato leaves have been stripped off, and that was because my neighbor suggested I do that so that the sunlight will hit the tomato directly so that they will ripen. Also, the nutrients from the roots will go straight into the tomato fruits so that they will really quickly ripen, and then we'll be able to consume them. So you see that everything is bare now. That is the tomatoes. It's not bad. But the good thing is, as soon as I did that, most of them started ripening. So you see that there are loads turning yellow now. You see these ones are they are ripe already. So I will have to harvest them today, and it's really, really nice. I've really got some ripened tomatoes on this corner as well. So you see how it goes. I'll harvest all of them today for cooking, for salads, and for everything. But all in all, I'm really, really pleased with the outcome of the farming. And this is the maize. I think I'm gonna harvest this maize today. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I'm going to harvest it today and see what's in there. It doesn't look like it did so well because it's not huge enough and the leaves don't really look promising. But I will harvest it today and see how it did. But this is the rest of the farms as well, as you can see. Rest of the tomatoes. These are all waiting to ripen. So I'm really pleased with what's happened with the plants. And these are some peppers as well, and the tomatoes as well. Got some more maize here that I'm gonna look at. Hope it does well. And that's more of the tomatoes. More of the tomatoes I've seen earlier. And these are the tomatoes at the far corner and the cucumber. You look at the cucumber and you look at this, it's just a massive, massive one. It's really huge, and I'm really, really impressed with this cucumber. Coming down here, there are some more of the cucumbers here that are hiding under the plant. They are ready for harvesting as well. Look at this one, it's ready for harvesting, and there's this other one hiding down here as well. They are all ready for harvesting, for consumption. I probably will consume these with my salad tomorrow. And it's been a pleasure doing this garden. Without it, I would have really gone crazy as a result of COVID. I've got a bit more of the tomatoes on this corner. This is where I first put all of them. They were doing really well, and this is the other newly planted cucumber, which is also doing really well. But I'm scared the autumn and the winter will set in. They may not do really well anymore because it's going to get very cold, and so the possibility or probability that they're going to do very well is low. These plants don't really like the cold winter weather, so I think they are not going to do really well in the winter. So maybe next year I'll plant them sooner or earlier than I did this year. So this is it. In doing this farm, I've really encountered a couple of challenges. The first one was to do with foxes. We have foxes in this area and in many parts of London, and they have been a really headache. What happens is if you nest the plants, the foxes will come, dig out the plants, and that happened a number of times, and that was really annoying to me. But I persisted, and so in the end, the plants did very well. Another problem was with what can I say? With pests. There've been pests that have really messed up the peppers, and so you see that the peppers really did not grow as quickly or as nice as they should have. The leaves were really devoured a couple of times, and you see that these pests dug holes or they ate into the pepper leaves, and so the peppers are not as good and as nicely grown as they should have been. But for the first this is the first time I'm doing it, and so I'm pleased with the outcome. Next year I hope to do things better so that I will get much more yields. But being the first pot gardening, I think it's done amazingly well, and I'm really pleased. It's quite easy to do this kind of farming, so watch out. If you want any help or assistance, just send me a message and I'll respond to your message. But those who want to do this farming with me next year, I'm ready, prepared to share my knowledge and experiences with anyone. And whoever can also help me with this farming in future, you're most welcome to give me your advice and your tips as far as pot gardening in the garden is concerned. This has been really nice exercise for me. It's kept me sane, it kept me busy, active during the COVID period, and my mental health was really restored by this farming that I have done. So thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope to come back to you again very soon. But then I'm just gonna start harvesting some tomatoes, so you can place your orders if you want more tomatoes. Those who placed their orders earlier, your orders are on the way to you. So thank you. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share with your friends and family, and join me in doing more farming next year. Thank you so much. So this is the first harvest from the farm. This is the very first harvest that I've done this afternoon.